Hey guys, Jane here. I just want to give you a little life update. It's not a huge deal, but still just want to put it on your radars. Um, so yeah.
Pictures and patterns put into words that stream across the page, capturing life as soft spoken.
So I made the very difficult decision recently to start the process for bariatric surgery. And man, has it been a roller coaster. So I had been having some medical issues, and one of the medications I was on made me gain a lot of weight. I've always been heavy. If you've been following this channel, you probably know I've always been chunky. But I finally, being on this medication pushed me over the 300-pound mark. And so I've decided that that is my limit and it was time to start doing something about it. I've tried a lot of different diets and exercise in the past, and nothing worked very well. Nothing made significant changes. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, so it's very difficult to lose weight. And then, of course, I'm on medications for that that also make it difficult to lose weight. So I initially started with the doctor in that my insurance wanted me to do. However, that practice closed after my first visit. Like 2 days before I was supposed to go in and see the dietitian, I got a call that they were shutting their doors and that I was not going to be able to continue to be a patient there. So that was a shock and a very difficult thing because I was like, oh no, this was the only place my insurance was going to cover. So we worked with my employer. A couple other people with our insurance had had a similar issue. And so they are sending me to a different provider in like a special situation thing. But that also meant I had to start all over. So I have in November, I spoke to my surgeon, and yesterday I took my first dietary class. So I met with the nutritionist, and she looked at what I'm currently eating, and we talked about maybe some changes I could make to help me prepare for surgery. Um, then I have another nutrition class next week, and then I have to go get my cardiac clearance. And there's still a lot of things that need to happen before my surgery. I will be honest, this is a very overwhelming, kind of rough endeavor. There's a big old checklist of things I have to get done. I am looking to have my surgery in June, so I'm not necessarily like urgently like trying to get everything checked off right now. I'm trying to take it in stride, but it's really overwhelming, all the stuff that I have to do before having surgery. My first doctor, I don't know if they would have told me about if they had a similar checklist and if they would have told me about that at the like later time. But this new doctor, they have a lot of rules, and like I'm sure that's wonderful. I'm very confident. They seem to really know what they're doing, and I know that we have a lot of checks and balances to make sure that everything is healthy and safe. And of course, obviously, I want a good outcome. I want to be healthy and safe through the surgery, and I want to, be a success story after the surgery. But it has just been a rocky ride, um, especially when you include the insurance company, who, because this is such a special circumstance, it, there's just been a lot of kind of hiccups and hangups in this journey. But that is the path that I'm taking right now. I don't want to turn this whole platform into, hey, bariatric surgery, but I do want to talk about it a little bit. So just kind of, I want it to be on people's radar so that every now and then I can do an update video. And of course, it might be something that is useful to you or others to know. Um, The biggest changes my nutritionist suggested right now is just incorporating more vegetables. They want you to eat lots of small meals a day, and they want you to be kind of protein and vegetable and fruit first. um, and they want you to have protein at every meal. So they do want me to up my protein a little bit, not a whole lot, because I already tend to do a good bit of protein because I'm iron deficient. So I take a supplement, but I also try to get, my protein in so that I get more iron. And also to make sure that I'm getting enough sleep. Not easy as a night shifter, but I've been trying really hard to prioritize sleep and get at least 8 hours. So those are kind of the changes that we're working on right now is more protein, frequent smaller meals, and just kind of trying to add some veggies where we can as well. And yeah, so I have another nutrition class next week and my cardiac clearance next week. And then I have to make some calls. I've got to get scheduled for an endoscopy. They like to send a tube down and check out your stomach area prior to surgery, just to make sure there's nothing going on that they should know about so they don't have any surprises. So I've got to schedule that. I've also got to schedule the psychological evaluation and stuff. That is one thing that's been a little bit confusing. My insurance told the doctor that they want me to get my clearance one place, but then when I called the place, they said, well, we don't do psychological clearances here. So I called my doctor and said, what's going on? And they said, well, no, that's what your insurance company said. So I have to call the insurance company back and find out what is happening. So it's just been a little bit of a mess, and it's definitely a bit of a struggle trying to figure out what needs to be done and to get everything done and all of the appointments while I'm still working on working on life. And I don't want to let things go because I really want to have my surgery in June, the beginning of June if I can, but also like because June's far away, there doesn't seem to be as much urgency. So it's just kind of an interesting place in time. So I just wanted to share with you that that's what's kind of happening is that where I'm at with my bariatric surgery updates. And yeah, if you've had bariatric surgery, what do you wish you'd known beforehand? Um, and if you have any hints or tricks or tips that somebody who's about to undergo that should know, please leave that in the comments below. This is an exciting journey, but also an incredibly scary one. All right, guys, this has been Jane. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.